I'm
All right.
recording.
All right, guys. I know this has been a long wait. So we haven't played since mid-July. So going to try to refresh everyone's memory about what happened immediately before this session. Essentially, Miranda had asked you to depart Sheriff Culpepper's house after the debacle with Jerry, and you had driving two vehicles away from with an injured sheriff and reporter named Lance. As you look back, as you took a back road between the sheriff's house and Miranda's estate, a tree fell as a terrible snowstorm raged with the wilderness surrounding Glenwood Springs. Both cars slid to a halt on each side of the huge tree.
God, I forgot he was with us.
Yeah.
The tree is felled across the road, blocking the rear car from proceeding. In the confusion, the first slides into a snowbank, the wheel stuck and engine stalled. Despite your best efforts, unable to get it free. You are afoot, with snow dumping rapidly and the temperature fast dropping. None of you are dressed particularly warmly, at least not for this. Your breath can be seen as you struggle to breathe in the cold. We aren't too far from the house, Miranda says. We have to get going. We can't get out. We can't get stuck out in this. So go ahead and refill the roleplay.
And who was in which car? Sorry.
The first car was Miranda, Sheriff Jacob, and Barb, and then the rear car was Ian, Asher, and Lance.
The murder car.
Yeah. So Jacob says, "We got to get them past."
No, I mean, how?
Oh, he was just saying that to Miranda.
Sorry. Miranda says, "How? There's a huge tree there. There's no way past." And then she points to the front car, which she was driving, that's now in the ditch. And I can't get this unstuck. And she, is in the car again, and she, tries to back it out to no avail.
So are we driving actual cars, or are we in my cruiser, or what's?
No, okay, so you remember.
We're in my Jeep.
Yeah, so Lance, Ian, and Asher are in his Jeep, and the others are in Miranda's SUV.
But my Jeep,
remember, go ahead.
My Jeep is still on the road and functional, though.
It is.
I mean, can't we pile into the Jeep and go?
You could go back, perhaps.
Barb looks to Miranda and she's like, "Do you got a flashlight in here?"
And she shakes her head.
Jacob has his backpack, right?
Yep.
He would hear the question and pull a flashlight.
Yep. Jacob has a flashlight.
Yeah, hand it to Barbara.
Anybody who normally has a flashlight could have it on them. So Barb has a flashlight.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she turns on her flashlight and kind of looks around the surrounding area to see if there's any trail or anything, any way we can get to the house quickly, or is it the road clear enough to where we can just follow the road?
The road is clear at this point, but it is snowing rapidly and sticking. As far as off the road, you can't see any sort of trailer. It's just snowing too hard.
All right, guys, our best bet is to go back to the sheriff's house.
Miranda shakes her head, and she's like, "We cannot go back there. I've explained this."
Listen, lady, I don't know who you are, but we don't have much of a choice. It's starting to snow harder. That's the closest house to here.
And she says, "No, it is not. We are fairly close to my house, and Jacob knows this road, and he knows that you guys are about 2 miles away from his uncle's house.
Yeah, Jacob's nodding, and he's like, "Yeah, I think their house is closer."
We lose you, Ian. Have you been here at all? We lost Ghost. Go ahead. Keep role playing.
So Barbara kind of looks over to forget your name suddenly. To Jacob, and she's like, "Can you help the sheriff along? I'd like to keep my hands free if you don't mind."
Yeah, he nods. Would I be able to? We probably don't have time. So yeah, he would just go to the sheriff. And
The sheriff says, "I'm fine. I don't need any help." His left arm is kind of dangling to his side.
Jacob just says, "Are you sure?" And then when he probably is persistent about it, he just comes back and says, "Sheriff, don't need no help."
My legs work fine.
I'm standing there with my hands kind of cupped over my mouth, breathing into them, trying to warm my fingers up, and the steam from my breath kind of floating into the air, shivering slightly. And I'm just saying, listen, we're not dressed for this, and you want us to walk 2 miles in the dark while it's snowing with injured people when we can just get into this car and drive back to the sheriff's house. That seems like the most logical thing to do.
She says, "If you go back there, bad things are going to certainly happen to you."
Ian would cut in. "Look, she obviously knows something's going on. I'm gonna grill you later, lady, but we gotta get moving. Let's just do what she says and get moving on this road quick." He's gonna get all his gear and stuff that he has with him and try to prep for the walk.
And the sheriff kind of shrugs and looks to the others at this point.
And Ian would point a finger in Miranda's face, and I meant that, lady. You're gonna tell us what's going on out here. I'm gonna figure it out.
And
Believe
she says, "Many things will be explained, but right now we just need to go."
Yeah, and Jacob's already.
Better.
So Jacob's already kind of starting to get out in front and get ready to go.
What the fuck was that?
What was that?
Yeah, the TV was super loud. I was hitting the push to talk. I walked into the room.
That literally was like perfect time.
I couldn't tell because I had the headphones in, and then I popped one of the headphones out.
Say, man, you need a minute?
No, but anyway, yeah, Jacob, he's already kind of waiting on everybody. Like, she's right. The weather's getting bad. We got to get moving.
So I grab my backpack out of my Jeep. I grab my keys. And I turn the Jeep off, and I guess I just leave it sitting there. Sling it over my shoulder and kind of hold my injured side, mumbling to myself, "Fucking crazy people. I don't know what's going on."
So, you guys are moving on? What we're doing here?
Yep. Going with Miranda's idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
She
so
thinks we can make it, so...
Yeah, so you start following the road, and the weather gets worse and worse. The snow falling extremely heavily, and within 15 minutes, the road is almost completely obscured, and you kind of walk, and it gets super dark, and your flashlights seem to be there's some huge fog coming down with the snow, it seems like. And you walk into this patch where there's trees on your right and on your left, but you believe you're still wide enough to be on the road, but you're unsure exactly. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if the road, I guess that wouldn't necessarily apply here because I have direction sense. I was wondering if that would maybe help us stay on the road, but that's just what north is. So maybe
you know you're going the right way, but you're not sure if
Okay.
you're on the road or not necessarily. But as you're going, and Miranda kind of like leads you into this down this turn. It looks like it's where the road might turn. You go into this extremely dark part of the woods, and you kind of look around, and you notice something peculiar as you turn the corner. You look to your left, you look to your right, and you don't see everybody. You notice that the sheriff is not there, Miranda is not there, and Asher is not there.
What the?
Yeah, Jacob just looks around and this pretty much says "what the f-" at the same time Lance does.
Where the fuck did they get off to?
The sheriff, Miranda, and Asher.
Barbara's just like, I was looking directly at him. I had a flashlight on him. What the hell just happened?
God damn it!
I knew this was a bad idea. I knew we should have gotten in my Jeep and headed back to the house.
So does Jacob know even what he like? I mean, he knows the area. Does he know where they are at all?
It's so dark, it's hard to tell. You know generally where you are, but it's super
Right.
hard to tell exactly because of just it's like it's super dark and it's foggy and the snow is just pounding, making it really difficult to see.
Right. So he would just say, "I'm pretty sure the house is this way. We gotta get there, or we're gonna die out here. We can't worry about where they went off to. I don't even see tracks, and we wouldn't be able to with all the snow."
Well, you're the best one to know where your aunt lives. We're gonna follow you.
Yeah. So Jacob would.
Lead on,
continue with-
Jacob.
Nobody. Yep.
She just gestures with her flashlight, and she's like, "After you, Elmer Fudd."
Oh, fuck.
He
No
marches
time
on.
to reference cartoons, Barb.
So you realize very soon that you don't think you're on the road anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, this picture does not really present exactly what's happening. It's much more snowy than this. Think of the worst snowstorm you've ever been in, and it's worse than that. You're having a hard time seeing. It's getting very, very, very cold. You're kind of just stumbling through the woods. No sign of those other three at all.
Well, I'm thinking short term here. Like, this is pretty bad. I don't know if it's gonna ever recede or not, but I don't know how much longer we're gonna be able to keep doing this.
Yeah, he's looking for
Probably
lights.
keep my eye out for shelter while he's looking for whatever he's looking for.
Yeah, Jacob's looking for any light.
Nah, you can't see anything.
What is that screaming in the background?
I need to change rooms.
It's the swamp adding to the ambience.
It's
You hear that out in the woods. Don't fucking touch me!
oh, was that swamps?
Yeah, that was.
I didn't know where that was coming from. Like, who's screaming that? God damn. Okay, so it's about immediate survival. We're obviously lost. We need to try and shelter in place. We need to somehow have a shelter, build a shelter.
We're getting snowed the fuck in if we build a shelter. We need something like natural that's you can just walk out of or something. I don't know. That's
You
what
want
I'd be
building.
looking for right now, because I'm probably starting to wonder if Jacob's
Actually,
what the
so
fuck he's doing.
I don't know if this is relevant or not, but my back has a 4-person tent. That
Well, yeah, that's
but we
relevant.
don't really want to. I don't know if we want to really like sit out in the snow. Like,
We just get covered by it.
The
Right.
problem with that is it is like probably
Right, it's
below
coming down.
0, right?
A
It's
four-person
that cold.
tent's not gonna. Yeah, that 4-person tent won't hold off the snow.
Okay,
We just
well,
gotta all hold each other real close.
I'll spoon Barb.
I'll spoon you.
yeah, it gives only a +3 roll to stamina resolve against
Yeah.
exposure, and we'd be covered in snow, so I don't think it would help much.
Yeah, speaking of stamina and resolve, go ahead and roll it, everyone.
Barb's just like, I'll die first.
Alright.
So I guess I get a +3 to this. That doesn't mean plus. That just means a static +3, right?
No, there's never a static +3. You would be +3 dice.
Oh wow.
What do you get that from?
The kit I have.
Oh, okay.
I can read it real quick if you'd like.
Do you mean stamina
That's fine.
survival, or...?
No, stamina resolve is for exposure.
Yeah, it says this kit offers a +3 bonus to all survival-based rolls.
Not a survival-based roll.
Well, no,
it's
it
a stam-
continues.
Okay.
It continues. Based rolls and any stamina plus resolve rolls made
Okay.
to resist harm.
So
Yep.
I'm rolling my stamina plus my resolve.
Yep, that's
For
how many.
dice.
That's how many dice you're on.
So 5, I think, for me, because it goes off of what dot you're on, right? So 1, 2, 3,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right, and these are D10s we're rolling, right?
Yep, they're D10s now. David, you have a penalty, right, to your rolls because you're hurt. Oh wow, that's.
Ooh, that's pretty shit.
But no, you succeeded.
I did? No. 9
Yeah,
or
you just
10?
have to.
Okay.
You just have to roll success. Yeah, you don't need to explode them. They're fine.
Oh, okay.
So Barb, go ahead and roll yours, and Lance, you have a -1 die due to your injuries.
Well, shit.
Yeah, Barb passed.
Solid.
Oh, no.
Nope. Well, yeah, 8's a pass.
I was like, 8 should pass, right?
I think 8 to 10 is one. See, though. 8, 9, or 10 yields 1 success.
Yep. So basically, you're all able to find trees to take cover in for the most part, where the snow doesn't bash into you quite as bad, and you keep some of the winds from blowing against your skin. So as you're huddled kind of underneath these big trees, you hear a pop, and then a ricochet, and then you see a branch kind of explode over your head.
Fuck, everybody get down!
And I kind of just
Looking around.
dive the side into a snowbank.
What would I do to look around? Because I'm pretty sure that's a gunshot. It sounds kind of...
What do you think?
I mean, probably wits, something. Wits,
Yeah, wits. Let's do.
investigation, maybe? I don't... I'm sort of trying to investigate the source of the sound, so...
How about? Yeah, we'll do that. Wits investigation is fine. Everyone can roll that.
Alright,
so
so
which?
4, 1, 5.
David, you still have a -1 dice penalty to everything you do right now.
So wits and investigation.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I found him.
Jacob fails. Ian succeeds. That's all you need, unless you guys want to roll it.
No, if we only.
Yeah, Ian sees a muzzle flash, right? So it's coming from basically your right, which is that's the south, so it's coming from that direction.
Now, I probably can't identify. I was going to try to figure out if I could identify what kind of gun, but I probably can't.
No way. It's way
But
too
if it's something that
difficult
broke
to
that
see.
branch. How big was the branch? Pretty big?
Not huge, medium size.
So it's probably like a mid-caliber type. I'm gonna just guess in my head it's a mid-caliber type rifle or something. And I just, no one seeing that, know where it is. Everybody get cover from the right. It's over there in the tree. I'd point out where he is, or sort of like yell out sort of general direction of where he is.
I
Give my indications.
drop into a snowbank facing that direction from where the fire is coming from, and I pull my pistol out.
Jacob's gonna find a tree to lay behind and then look down his scope in that area and see if he can see anything. I'm sure he's pretty much waiting for another muzzle flash, I guess, as he probably can't see anything in the darkness.
And I've obviously got my pistol out, and I'm peeking over. I'm not trying to expose myself too much because I don't want to eat one. So, but has Barb done anything yet? Because I'm about to suggest doing something. If Barb, I'm just waiting on Barb.
Chris?
Is he here?
Might be waiting a while.
Chris? She's just taking cover.
All right.
Yes.
So I would sort of look, and I'm waiting a second to see if there's another shot. But if there's not, I guess I'll just wait and see if there's another shot, and you can tell me.
Yeah, Barb's well.
Barb, what?
She was going to hide behind a tree because, if,
Yep.
if we're actually under fire.
Yeah, so you don't see another muzzle flash, but you
You guys
hear
hear me?
another. Yeah, I can. Do you hear me talking to you?
Chris. He can't hear anything.
Oh boy.
I even cut out for a second.
Yeah.
That's coming in.
Chris? Chris?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I was talking, but it didn't come in for like 10, 20 seconds.
Okay. So we got that you were hiding behind the tree there. Okay.
Yeah, she went to go duck behind a tree.
All right. God, guys. So you're behind the tree, and you don't see a muzzle flash, but you hear another pop, 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 pop. But nothing explodes around you or anything like that.
Alright, so I'm hoping the other two can hear me from where we're not spread out too bad. But I'm
No,
like,
you're all within like 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, I assume we're all like huddled right around each other.
Alright, listen close. I'm gonna dash forward, try to draw his fire out. Pay attention. Look for the muzzle flash. Fire back. I don't care if you hit him, just keep him stuck. I'm gonna move on him.
God damn it, you're
On three.
crazy.
You're damn right I'm crazy. On three. Everybody ready?
Oh,
1, 2, 3. And then I'm just gonna start heading towards him, try to stay low while I do it. And just try to draw his fire for them.
And Jacob's ready to pop him.
I raise
Yeah.
my head up and I'm looking to see if there's any muzzle flash coming from, what direction it's coming from, or where where it's located.
Yeah, it would be generally this direction. But yeah, no gunshot.
I guess I just go for the first piece of solid cover and just kind of look confused because I was expecting some shots. And I guess I'm gonna look around. I heard 3 separate pops.
Yep.
And nothing exploded around me.
Correct. Now, the 3 different pops you heard were before you ran. When you ran, there was no gunshots whatsoever.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look back to them sort of confused and then peek my head out a couple times towards where I got shot at from before, and then just sort of like stay behind the tree to where if the person was still over there, they couldn't see me, and just sort of wave for them to follow me. And I'm just gonna start creeping towards where the guy was shooting from, I guess. Because I would expect I gave him several opportunities to take a shot at me. So I'm kind of confused now.
I kind of so Lance gets up and he shakes some of the snow off him. He's still kind of breathing into his hands, holding his gun, and he follows up behind Lance. I think they're going to try and get around us. I think they're trying to move around us. And I'm looking to my left and right as I close the gap between, not Lance, Ian and myself.
I don't know, man. I heard 3 shots. He should have shot at me at least once when I was running across that ground.
He's
I think
too
we got
busy
somebody
moving.
else out here.
He's too busy moving. He's moving around us.
Fine, just stay in cover here. I'm gonna go check it out. It might be somebody else out here that got him. I don't know. 3 pops, nothing around us. That was weird, man. He should have fucking shot at me. And I'm gonna start creeping up.
Okay. So you start creeping up, and you hear voices like murmured speaking. You're not really sure what has been said, but
so Jacob was moving, but not like he wanted to stay behind the group still, though.
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
I don't know how everybody is, but
yeah, I mean, you can arrange this basically how you want.
I would probably be the furthest up, so however far I could go, let me know. And
yeah, just stay behind this area right here.
okay. So I would be like hiding behind this fucking thing, I guess.
That's fine.
And I had come up right behind you.
Yep, that's fine. And you hear like these voices from like over this way if you see my ping.
And how far would you say I can see?
Is it?
You can't see more than like 10 feet in front of you because of the snow.
Like, goddamn it. I hear voices over there.
And they seem very agitated.
I hear him too. Stay low. I'm gonna try to get around and see what the hell's going on. And I'm gonna try to move around this way. Are we rolling initiative or?
Not yet.
Alright, so how far would you say I could move?
You can move 10 feet.
10 feet? Alright, so I would try to... Let me do a path here. So... I hold space before I move, or press
it? And then press it again.
Like that. Try and stay low, so if I gotta roll something to be sneaky...
Yeah, why don't you roll
Dex stealth?
Yeah, sure.
5.
Okay.
Oh man.
So you kind of like trumble through the snow, which is almost knee deep at this point, and you just hear a little bit clearer. I'm gonna whisper you something. So.
Yeah.
What is the command for whisper again?
/W and then space, and you just try to find. You can use the player's name or whoever they're playing as. So you could use Ghost or Ian. I think.
Yeah.
Look this up and put this on my fucking YouTube playlist. This is nice. The Murder in Miami.
So I kind of creep up behind, these trees here, stay in the tree line. I can barely see Ian off in the distance.
And I would turn around and hopefully see Lance and just put my finger up to my lips, like telling him to be quiet, and then I'd start making that sort of like the alligator hands, like someone's talking, and sort of point it in the direction where I hear them.
Mm-hmm.
I nod my head. Yes, through the snow. I understand what you're saying. I can hear the muffled mumblings coming from that direction.
I'm going to try to get a bit closer now, unless anybody else is moving places.
Yeah, Barb can move there.
No. Well, okay. She's
If you
not
want.
trying to be stealthy. Yeah, I was just testing that because I'd never tried that before.
Okay,
But,
cool.
but she hides behind the tree and she's like, Garfield County, trying to hide herself as much as she can. She's like, Garfield County Sheriff's Department, hold your fire. We're not here to hurt you.
Okay. So
Way off to my right, I hear Barb yelling something about Garfield County.
all right, so go ahead and roll initiatives. Roll your D10 and then add your initiative bonus to it.
Wow.
Find initiatives on here. Ah, there it is.
Oh shit. Well, circumstances change rapidly after the internet dropout. I'm guessing somebody fucked up.
Oh, you didn't hear. Oh.
No, I was...
Yeah.
Oh.
Barb actually
Basically
Yell-
yelled, "Stop, police!"
yeah.
Oh, good time to represent the government authority, my man. Let's see. So, initiative is.
There's an initiative
She's a
spot.
cop. She's not a soldier.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense for her
Fair enough.
character. Yeah.
Sorry, have you guys been adding did you guys add your numbers on the turn order? That you guys did that?
Where is initiative at?
It's it's
it
under
did that for
combat, or I'm sorry, it's under
Click your token.
yeah, traits
just
under
click-
traits.
Oh. Under.
Oh, I see.
I see it. Initiative 6. Okay, so we're all.
Oh, so do I have to roll again,
Mm-mm.
or can I keep
15.
mine?
Why would you have to roll again? You just roll once.
Yeah, well, I mean I didn't use my.
Just click the initiative tracker, re-roll it, and then put in that. Yeah.
There's 2 Ranger Groves. I don't know.
There's 2?
Mm-hmm. One's got a 15, one's got a 13. I don't know what happened.
I only see one.
15. Yeah, me too.
What is your number?
Mine's 50
Yeah,
for
I only see
15.
one.
Yeah, mine should be 15 as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Just give me a couple seconds here.
Fucking samurai chick is back.
That's definitely not.
She's the one who
chick.
nearly killed the sheriff.
She is dead, dude.
No, very dead.
At least they're looking in Barb's direction.
Yeah, there you go. Makes it easy, I guess, for us. Assuming I don't fuck my roll.
Well, I mean, she hid it behind the tree to, give her the most cover she could so they couldn't exactly see her when she shouted it, but, they did hear it in that general direction.
Freeze, please. 3 people with rifles. Uh-huh.
Yeah, she didn't say freeze, please.
All right, so Lance, what is Lance's initiative?
15.
You add your negative in there? No, you don't do that. That's actually.
I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
That?
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Hold on. So what is Ian gonna do?
I'm assuming I haven't been spotted yet.
No, not that you can tell.
Alright. Let's see. Probably creep up to there. Let's try to stay hidden. So
Just make sure it's under the feet or under your speed.
I gotta check. Let me see. Speed. Speed is 11, so yeah. 1, 2, yep. And right there, and I guess I had to roll a sneak to do that silently.
Yeah, if you want to.
Dex down.
I mean, is there some kind of bonus for it being snowing and dark? I mean, it's snowing, it's dark.
I'll give you another die.
Didn't matter.
Yeah.
It's 28, not a pass.
That's not how the
It's
system
only
works.
off the dice, like individual dice. You have to roll 8, 9, or 10 on one individual dice. If you get 1, that's usually all you need, but there are some circumstances where it's not. Usually it is, though.
Alright, so what do you want to do? Moving is just part of your action.
I'm assuming that on that I probably tripped and made a bunch of fucking noise or fell or did something stupid.
Yeah,
somewhere.
you definitely weren't silent. You stepped on a twig, it snapped, all that jazz.
Knocked over a bunch of snow. I don't think I have clear angles. I might have clear angle on this guy. I don't know if these are trees or what the fuck the other trees.
They're trees. That is not a tree. Yeah, you could draw your line. See, corner to corner. That would go through a cover.
That would probably go through cover.
That would definitely go through cover. Every shot would go through cover, which is -3 when you're in cover. -3
dice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not doing shit else, so I might as well. Unless there's a thing where you have to pick to. I mean, I'm already in cover, so.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
So let's take a shot with the.
Which one are you shooting?
45 auto loader, the closest one.
Okay.
The one who looks like he just shaved his face this morning. So strength is the amount of dice, correct?
Strength? No. You're shooting, right? So dexterity, firearms.
Dex firearms. Okay, so 5 minus 3 is 2.
Now you want to add the damage to your gun, right? So add that. Add any specialty dice you have. So if I look at Ian, he has Dex 3, Firearms 2, so that's 5 dice. No specialty that applies. You're using a pistol.
Yep.
Right. Let's see.
Short, medium, long make any difference?
You're within. You're at short, but it doesn't make a difference if you're at short. Now your damage for your pistol is 3. So you're going to be rolling 8.
8 before I subtract the 3 for shooting through cover.
Correct. So 5.
5.
So
Pretty
you
good.
shoot and it ricochets off this tree in front of you.
Just splinters it.
Yep. Lance, what do you think?
I hear him firing shots. I'm like, oh shit. And I kind of come running up behind him over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to end my turn right there.
Okay. All right. So, Barb, did you have a 13 or a 9?
On what?
Initiative.
I had 9.
Okay. That's what I thought. So it's Jacob's turn.
All right. I can't see anything.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't see them, right? Because of the whole. It's
Oh no,
dark
you
and
can
snowy.
see them. There's enough like light in this area for whatever reason. It's lighter than the other areas. This is more open. You can see them at this range. Yeah.
All right, and I can fire at that guy with no cover, right?
That's correct. Yes.
All right. I guess I'll shoot at him.
Okay.
I guess I don't know if Jacob would though, without having. I know they shot at us already though, so.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's Dex plus.
Dex plus firearms plus you have a rifle specialty.
Yeah, plus 4 damage. So.
Mm-hmm.
So 3, 4, 6, 7, 12.
Jeez.
8, 12. Yep.
Jesus.
You gotta get
He's
at least
good.
one. out of
He's
this.
good with a rifle.
Oh, baby.
Roll your 10 again.
Oh my lord.
That's 4.
Holy shit.
Oh, no.
None of those hit though. But okay,
Damn.
so 1, 2,
Well,
3, 4, 5, 6,
6
7.
or 7 successes is pretty
Oh
fucking
my
good, I guess.
lord.
Let me see what this guy's armor is.
Shredded.
We just
He's
hear
on
this.
paper right now.
6.
From the eerie silence of the snow, we just hear this crack ring out.
Ow! Fuck!
So you look through your scope and carefully aim at this guy who is just barely out in the open for you. And you shoot and you see something kind of horrific. Your bullet goes through his basically lower left shoulder and he kind of like cries out and falls back into the snow on his butt, like one hand clutching at his shoulder, another holding a weapon. And he's sitting there. From looking through your scope, he's alive, but the blood is just, the snow around him is just covered in blood.
Yeah, and Jacob does the whole like a sniper laying on his belly, fires, and he just like rolls to his back behind the tree, and he's just like fuck, oh fuck, like he just fucking pretty much killed the guy.
Yeah, I'd say, man, that was, whoa. I can't, if you would have rolled anything on your other roll, that would have been. Really bad.
I didn't aim. Couldn't I have aimed or something?
I think aim gives you +1. Go ahead and roll another dice. So yeah, so as the blood kind of like leaks out from him, he kind of like he's like clutching at his chest, and then all of a sudden like slumps kind of like forward, his chin hitting his chest, and looks like he's not moving anymore.
So yeah, she's just gonna yell like, "Oh fuck, Barb! I think I killed one."
All right. So, shooting him, your muzzle flash goes off. The guy that was next to basically getting shot at, moves over here and takes a shot in Jacob's direction with a -3. See what this guy has here.
I'm not gonna like this, I don't think.
Alright. Go.
Ooh.
So the tree in front of you, one of the, like, basically you hear a pop and like you hear a boom, like right in the tree right in front of you as the bullet just embeds itself in the trunk of the tree. Barb.
Yeah, she knows for sure that they're intentionally shooting at him and there weren't some sort of dumbass hunters or something. She's gonna pull back a little bit. She's gonna go for cover over here, but she's gonna try and do it sneakily, hoping that the chaos of the shooting's gonna hide her, so I'm gonna try and sneak my way through. Did you guys hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I was muted. Go ahead and roll your dexterity stealth with an extra die.
I have camo on also, so I don't know if that helps.
Nothing's green right now. So you move and they see where they notice wherever you move to. Where were you going to move to? Okay.
Back here.
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
I don't know if I can hunker down for further cover or not.
No.
And I'm trying to make as little of a profile as I can.
Okay, so you're done?
Yeah.
All right. So there's another person there, and they're going to shoot back towards Jacob.
Good luck,
Yes.
Jake.
It's one per session.
Okay.
Yeah, but you will have to make that roll.
Right. I'm thinking about if I want to add the plus to my defense for one of my things.
Well, for willpower. The thing
Yeah.
is, you can't use defense versus ranged weapons.
Oh, right. That's right. Okay. Yep. I forgot about that.
Now you might actually. Well, let's see. Can you do it in a situation where you use willpower? I don't know. Let's see. Willpower rules. Must be under resistance.
Yeah, I was looking or let's see, the only thing I could find was what is posted in our game.
Yeah, remember that defense and therefore willpower does not usually apply against attacks with firearms or bows.
Cool.
Okay, so here we go. Let's see what she got.
Do I have cover still?
Yep.
Sweet.
Oh no.
So, I need to roll that again because you have armor. Really haven't been doing, but
2, I think, right?
How many armor you have? Or how
Yeah,
much
it's
damage?
2, right? The armor.
No, you one.
1.
Just unless you have something other than clothes.
I don't think I do.
Yeah. So she's rolling 40. No difference. All right. So you take. So basically,
I don't think I'm technically wearing my Kevlar.
no, I don't even think you have Kevlar. But so
It's in my thing.
okay. There's a shot back, and basically Jacob feels like his left arm just an incredible pain, and he looks down and he's got blood just dripping out of his bicep as a bullet lodges in there. And I'll add your damage.
I didn't take a...
Did you
Oh,
put the X's in?
No.
Okay, so you have... So now you're... You must have taken lethal damage last time.
I didn't, though.
Okay. Take it off then.
I haven't been hurt since I took I barely got my arm cut against the assassin lady.
Yep.
The ninja from the vent.
Yep, you guys are... Yeah, you're still hurt from that.
Was I injured? I don't... I couldn't remember, what all... So, yeah. So, I guess
so,
that is right.
So,
then.
basically, it shoots you in the other arm, and you're like, oh, God. And so, yeah, how do you react to being shot for the first time ever?
Yeah, he clutches his arm, and he once again just says, "Oh fuck," as he's thinking about how he just did that to somebody else, and now he just got shot. He's more thinking about what's going on, like what they went through, trying to like rationalize it in his brain, and just kind of clutching his arm.
All right, Ian, what do you do?
I'm assuming I would hear Jacob crying out, like,
Oh yeah,
shot. Next to Lance, like, fuck.
this is bringing you back to Iraq.
And should I roll for flashbacks? No.
No.
So I'm looking at Lance, and I got wide eyes, and I'm looking pretty fucking intense. I'm like, they're shooting it. Jacob and Barb, we gotta get in there. I'm gonna try to close the distance with them. If they see me, just try to get their attention, keep them off me. If I get them close up, I'm gonna whoop them, beat the hell out of them. All right?
He's gonna go punch him.
I'm right behind you. I'll cover. I'll cover.
I'm grabbing his shoulder. You sure, motherfucker? You got this?
I got this.
And slap him on the side of the face a couple times, not hard, just like that Patton type thing, Godfather style. And then go around the corner. I don't think there's any way to increase my speed, right? I can't roll anything to do that. Like, because if I can't, then I'm just gonna try to get like here, but creeping, I guess, as best I can.
Yeah, you can't increase your speed.
Okay, so I'm trying to get there, and I'm going for it regardless of whether I succeed in sneaking or not. I don't know why it's showing there. The last waypoint.
You've already been seen. You can't sneak anymore.
Can't sneak again? Alright, well, fucking, I'm still going for it. And, move, and I guess if they've seen me, I'm just gonna shoot them.
Okay. -3 to your dice to go shoot through those trees.
So, 5.
-1 more for all.
So is that -4 dice?
Yeah,
Yep.
I had 8.
So you basically hit him once. So basically you shoot and it just like grazes his leg and he turns in your direction immediately when it does.
Come with me, motherfucker, I'm a man! I'm 40! No. I think that's it for me, though.
Yep, that is it for you.
Maybe actually it for me if this goes bad.
Lance.
So they don't know that I'm here, right?
You don't think so. Nobody's shot at you, nobody's...
So I'm going to try and stealth my way into this position right here.
Okay, roll stealth with a penalty of 1 dice.
So just my normal then, because it's a bonus one, -1.
Yep, there you go.
So is it just straight stealth or?
Stealth, dexterity.
Okay.
Journalists are always sneaky.
So you don't think they saw you?
Okay. So then, shit. All right, as my attempt to cover Ian, I just start popping shots off in this direction at this guy.
Okay, so -4 dice for your injury and everything else. Cover.
And that's dexterity,
And
firearms.
Mhm. Dexterity, firearms, specialty if you have one.
They damage with the gun.
Which you
Also.
do, small arms for firearms. So
Yeah, which I have, yep. So
Yep.
5.
3, 4, 5. Plus your damage. So your ranged weapon's not in here. What's your damage on your gun?
Oh shit, I don't know.
It is 2. So 7 -4, 3.
3.
And -1 more because his armor.
So 2 dice.
2 dice.
2d10. Double 10s. Oh.
Shooting it ricochets off this bush in front of you. Jacob, bleeding, injured. What you gonna do?
And I can. What will my minus be right now?
Your minus will be well if you're shooting. You don't have any injury penalties yet.
See, that's what I thought. That's what I was making sure.
Yeah. So basically,
I didn't think I did.
Yeah, if you look at you need to be within 3 of your total,
And I'm not.
And you're not, right? So if you were 3 away, that's -1. If you're 2 away, that's -2, and if you're 1 away from nothing, it's -3. So you're -3 to shoot through the bush, and -1 for armor.
And what if I use medicine right now to try to? What is that a way to get? That wouldn't get health back, correct?
Not right away.
Okay, so then I will just I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my willpower to
3
ignore
extra
the
dice.
penalty, basically.
Yep.
For a cover. And
Let me make sure you got some left, right?
I have 3 left. I have 5 total, and I used 2 at the court.
Yep. Let me tick that down for you.
And 12 d10. At the guy on he's gonna actually move. Actually, he's not gonna move because he's shot. So why would he move? He's just gonna, using like the stump to aim at this guy, fire at him on the right.
Okay.
Oh, Jacob's a killer.
Reroll that 10.
Okay. I rolled an extra die on accident, so we can just.
Go ahead.
'Cause I rolled
It
12.
was a 4. It was the last one.
Wait, did you subtract the right amount of dice from? Oh, he probably.
I should have subtracted 1.
Oh shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the chick, right? So. Let's see. What's her health? Yep. So you shoot her in the leg, and she like drops to a knee and screams out in agony.
And once again, Jacob rolls behind the tree, and he's still cursing to himself. He does not want to be doing this right now.
So this guy looks over at Ian shooting at him and looks down at Jacob shooting at him, and he's got a decision to make. And since Ian is closer, he like looks in his direction and just like cusses because Jacob is doing work on him. And so he like basically spins on Ian, aims, and shoots as a last-minute decision.
Oh, he better hit me. It's gonna go bad if he don't.
Well, yeah. So 4, 7.
He's already strangled one person tonight.
11 aims, 12 minus 3 is 9 minus.
You got my armor in there?
Yep, that was the minus
Alright.
1.
Time to get shot. 3 times.
3. So yep, so I'll update your health. So basically, as you're running towards him, you have a bashing damage. Put that down. So as you're running towards him, he kind of shoots you and grazes you in the shoulder. Barb.
Well, seeing that the kid's been shot twice, she's going to go over to here where she's going to try and get, or actually she's going to go here to get her best possible shot she can.
Yep. Perfect.
And
No cover.
She, this person's got no cover.
Nope. Don't think so.
All
Draw a
right,
line. Make sure, but I don't think. Nope.
Holding Alt.
You're good.
So 1 second.
And you can use willpower if you want, guys. But it doesn't replenish easily, right? That's the thing.
All right. So how many dice do I add when I have a specialization in firearm?
That's just an extra one. So so if we look at Barb here, since it's been a while.
So that'd be 4. That'd be 5, 6, 7. That'd be 8.
6, 4, firearm 7, 8 plus your damage on your weapon.
Just
there. So you're rolling a 10 minus a 1. Go ahead and roll
So
9. 9 base, yep. And you moved, right? So yeah, 9.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I didn't aim last time. Shit.
You didn't
Roll
aim
that
just
10
one
again.
time.
Okay, so you pop off a shot and you see the bullet like take this other girl in the neck, and blood just pumps out all over the tree next to her, and she just crashes to the ground. Ian.
I'm assuming I can run between these trees to get at
Yes.
this guy.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna run up and fucking slug him. Am I able to do
Fucking look up.
am I able to do that combination strikes thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh baby, alright. So I guess I just get shot and show motherfucker, and then as I'm running I just drop my gun and hope that he's got something that's single shot before, he has to cock it back or something. And
He's got a Remington rifle.
oh, okay, good enough. I'm just gonna get up on him and combination strike him. So combination blows, 2 brawl attacks against the same target in a single action. Second attack suffers a -1 penalty. So I'm at -1 or 2 for injuries.
I don't think you are at a minus. Let me see. Don't think so quite yet. Let me look.
You said 3 away is -1, 2 away is -2, and 1 away is -3.
You're 4 away. You're good.
Okay, so I'm good. No minus for that.
Now he has defense because you're attacking
Mhm.
him close combat. Let me see what his defense is. His defense is 4. Armor is 1. So it's
So
going to be
5.
-5 dice to whatever you're doing.
3 strength, 3 brawl, 1 brawl boxing skill specialty. And I think that's it. Well,
Your damage on
do
your
my-
brawl should be 1, right? Base.
1,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So 8 minus 5 or 4?
5.
8 minus 5, okay. And then it'll be 2 for the next one. So 3 for this one. Of course
Nope.
not.
You slap fight him.
He's tied up with me now, at least.
So you just like take 2 swings. He dodges the first one. The second one, he kind of pushes your chest with his rifle to keep you off of him.
He's going to be at a penalty for shooting close range, isn't he?
If he would, yeah. Well, you would get your defense.
Mm-hmm. Alright. That's it.
Okay, I run right up to here.
Stop that ninja from you last time.
I'm not gonna fire. I'm not gonna fire into them because I see them kind of jostling with each other back and forth, and I don't have a clear shot. So I just kind of, as I'm running forward, kind of wait to move in closer to help in.
Okay, Jacob.
Isn't it his turn?
It's weird. Mine shows you first. You're not on the turn.
You had like a 13 or 14.
I don't know what happened. You're at a 10. You're at a 10. You go next. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It's my turn order is wrong, I think, on the GM screen, but it's fine. Go ahead.
So, Jacob sees Ian now, like tied up, and he gets shoved back, and he doesn't want to see Ian get hurt. So, as he gets shoved back, I guess Jacob's gonna let off another round,
Right,
if I can. From here.
So, shooting people in melee, that's gonna be like a -6 total.
So
with
a
those.
negative.
So
Okay.
-1 armor, -3 cover, -3 being engaged. So -7 die. You don't have to if you want to. You miss.
No, he would have done it when he got pushed back. Like he's not trying to like shoot over his shoulder. But he's still in melee, obviously. But yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Fires
take a
his
shot
gun.
and it misses.
Oh wait, aim.
Yeah, roll one more.
Damn.
Okay, so it ricochets off the tree as you're careful about where you're shooting. So the dude in front of you, like, kind of drops the butt of his rifle into the snow and pulls a like a very long knife out of his pocket, or not his
Let's
pocket,
go.
off of his belt. 2 seconds here. What's your defense and armor?
4.
Your armor's 1.
One
Right?
for armor melee, 4 defense, 5.
So he basically tries to like cut you across the chest, and you kind of like
You roll
parry it.
D6s and not D10s.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you'll never hit like that.
I should have kept my mouth shut.
All right. So he slices you barely across the forearm. Give you your extra injury. You still don't have a penalty, I don't think. Yeah, you're still good. Okay.
Yep.
I believe Barb is up next. Barb.
Well, there's been a lot of connection issues tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm hearing this like literally like 20 seconds behind at least.
Okay. Is everybody hearing me right away?
Yeah,
I
I
am.
am.
Else?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Just Chris being Chris. Same old stuff.
Alright, so I don't know. Yeah,
No, you're
satellite
good.
internet, you gotta love it. Well, there's not a whole lot she can do. She's not a frontline fighter, so she's gonna tend to Jacob and see if she can stop the bleeding.
Yeah, you can roll a medical roll.
And what else is that paired with?
What is medicine paired with? That's a good question.
Please say intelligence.
And that makes sense.
Could be manipulation, though.
What's weird is like all of them almost make sense, or like a lot of them. I agree, intelligence. That's what I would have guessed first. But when I was thinking about it, it could be wits, because it's in the moment. It's like a quick, she's doing a quick pass.
First aid is dexterity, medicine.
Oh, well, that's fine too. Do I have any penalties to this?
Nope.
So, 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yep. I just rolled a 4 on my crit.
Do you have any bashing damage, Jacob?
No, I don't.
Yeah, so basically it did nothing. He has to have bashing damage. You can fix bashing damage on the fly, but basically he'll get +2 the next day.
So
But
basically, it didn't. Her medical assistance wasn't enough to really assist me.
Well, yeah, you can't really heal lethal damage immediately, right? You have to take some time to do it. And
But
you only have
you can put some pressure on that fucker, though.
Yeah, I mean, So you basically wrap up his arm with a bandage that you had. Okay, Ian?
Okay, I reach down in my boot and I draw my knife as I rush in right here and attack.
You're not Ian.
Yeah, it's Ian's turn.
Oh.
Let Ian go first. And then
That's right.
I want to kill!
New verse, same as the first. I mean, we're gonna try to come along.
Give him the old 1, 2.
Hey, there's 1.
Now give him the 2.
Yep.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
So yes, it's 2. So do you just do bashing damage, right? I think
I could. I think I would have to announce I'm spending willpower to make it lethal beforehand. So
yeah, that's right. Yep. Bashing damage. So you slug him in the gut and then slug him across the jaw, and he kind of dazed.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
And while he's dazed, I reach down in my boot and I grab my knife and I come rushing up and I attack him. And now he's got 2 on 1.
Okay. Stab. -5 dice. -6 dice to you, because.
Why is it -6?
Well, -5 because he has 4 defense, 1 armor, and you have 1 penalty because you're so hurt. Now, if that leaves you at 0 or below, you can roll a chance die.
I've been excited for one of these, actually.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
Which is you get a 1d10.
And if you roll 1, it's bad.
So am I rolling? What am I rolling? Like dexterity and...
No, strength knife, strength weaponry.
Strength weaponry.
Mm-hmm. So
Your
2,
specialty, if you have
3, and then whatever your damage your knife is, I think it's probably a 1.
1 is 4.
So you would roll a chance die, or whatever it's called.
Yep. Okay, so not a 1.
So you whiff. Jacob.
Let's see.
Now you would be a -9 dice.
Me?
-9 dice.
If I shot, right.
If you shot, yes.
There'd be really no point in shooting, but I also have nothing better to do. And to be honest, I have an option. I have an opportunity to get Jerry's killer now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I really like that guy. You're really aiming at Lance. Just, oh, my bad, man. My bad.
No, he's aiming at the guy, but he's gonna.
Oh, by the way, we don't count my defense for me using combination blows.
No,
I'm about
because
to say, why would you not just do it every time? But
yep.
So we're only gonna count my armor next time.
So yeah, so -9. So
Yep.
I'll roll 3d.
2,
10.
yeah, 2, 3, yeah.
But he's aiming, so 5. And he's like, hold my arm, or hold the bleeding in while I shoot this guy.
Oh my God, Jacob.
And he does.
So you like Lance hears this whiz of this bullet just almost graze his ear,
It's
and
like, what the fuck are you doing? That doesn't work that way.
literally Barb is like stunned that he took the shot, but even more stunned of how good of a shot he is. And so 3 damage on this guy.
Mabarb says that. He says, at least I know I'm not gonna hit Ian. We gotta stop that guy.
So you shoot him and it like hits him in the left shoulder, and he kind of like his body gets turned completely, and he like looks at everything that's happening, and he attempts to run. And
Grab
he
his ass, Ian.
takes off through the snow. If you're gonna try to stop him, then that's
Chase.
fine.
Oh, you better believe I am.
All right. So what we're gonna do, since you wouldn't be able to hit him technically, because he's moving and you're moving the same rate, or actually, what's your speed?
11.
Let me see what his speed is.
If you guys don't stop him, it's just gonna be like that scene from Leads of Extraordinary Gentlemen, where the dudes were running across the like super far away, and the dude pegs him because pretty much Jacob's gonna just shoot him.
He's a little faster. So why don't you go ahead and roll like why don't you
Quickly
roll
down under.
What's that? Okay.
This motherfucker getting any penalties for getting shot like 3 times?
He's not at
Once. Yeah.
yeah, he's not at penalty range yet.
Jesus Christ.
So let's see. What is your
Stamina athletics.
in this? Yeah, I think that's actually what I'm gonna do. Stamina athletics in this terrain, right? So let's do a stamina athletics roll.
Let me make sure I don't have anything. That's probably gonna be 5 dice. Want to make sure. Yeah, it seems like 5 dice.
He might have 1 penalty. Let's see. Yep, he's at -1 die. So 3.
That's 1 success.
5. Alright. So.
Motherfucker. This motherfucker got shot. Wow. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
So he has 4 successes.
And he gets away.
I'll
I'm
let.
also chasing him.
Okay, yep, you can roll 2. Did
You
you?
better start rolling
Did you?
some 10s.
I
Did you-
took
did
my
you
-1, yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 1d10 again. Yeah, you're lumbering after him. I'll give Jacob 1 shot at a chance roll, because he's running through all these.
Ooh.
Don't roll 1.
Okay.
You could spend a willpower to make it.
Oh, he doesn't need to. Doesn't need to.
Jeez, roll again. Roll again. God, what a street killer. So, actually, he's running through the woods and ducking between all these trees, and you line up the shot, and you squeeze the trigger, and the bullet just like, you just kind of like think back of hunting with your uncle and all his lessons that he ever gave you, and the bullet just like blows his brains out
God.
in the most gruesome fashion possible.
Can I roll for my humanity now?
I would have to look at what all the penalties and stuff are. That's just, I mean, yeah, we can do it. Why not?
I was
He's
just gonna
have PTSD.
the way that I respond to this is gonna, like, if I lose the humanity, I'm just gonna act a little different, right?
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
so you guys can role play because everybody's dead, and I'll look at what this.
Oh, he basically killed. Oh, I guess Barb killed one of them. Holy shit.
Yeah, the one that I like dropped.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, so go ahead and role play, and I'll look this up real quick.
I'm picking up my gun, obviously, and I'm pretty pumped. I'm sort of going as fast as I can back towards Jacob because that was a hell of a shot.
And Jacob just looks at Barb laying next to him, and he's just like, "Oh my god."
Oh, actually, I'm probably gonna search these bodies.
My investigator instinct kicks in, and I come over and I start searching the bodies for IDs, for wallets, for anything. I'm just picking their stuff up. I'm looking them over up and down.
They have no IDs on them, that is for certain. They have gear, which Ian and Lance would consider to be kind of like semi-militaristic in a way, like they are planning some sort of attack.
Oh, these guys are geared up for battle. They came out here to get into a fight.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are basically wearing armories. Holy shit. Just going through their stuff.
Look at this, and I grab one of the weapons, shake the snow off of it, and I kind of hold it up. And I grab, what was it? That guy's Remington, you said?
He's a Remington rifle.
And I grab this. So look at this. They came out here with these things and started firing at us.
I'm gonna go through the dude who got chanced to the brain and check out his, grab his ammo, and Lance, let me get that rifle. I'm a pretty decent shot. There might be more trouble out here.
I just hand it
Barbara
over.
just kind of looks at the chick she shot in the throat and just kind of just stares at her while everybody's just kind of rifling through the bodies, and just kind of numbly is just kind of registering it all.
And there's nothing on any of these people identifying, no tattoos they share, nothing like that at all.
Some have tattoos, but they don't seem to have any significance, and definitely not shared, right?
Do the tattoos look like any type of insignia for military emblems, like anything like that, or no?
No, not really.
I mean, is there any kind of perception check we can make to see if we notice anything out of the ordinary about them?
No, they have nothing. There's nothing on them that is out of the ordinary besides they're geared up for combat. Jacob, go ahead and roll 4 dice.
I'm gonna start heading back to them.
It's only 4.
Only 4. You actually rolled the dice of the sin you committed. So you roll 4 dice. You could use a willpower if you wanted, but
Nah. Boom. Success.
you don't go down. You rationalize it somehow.
So
They were
Jacob,
shooting at us.
as Jacob's walking up to you guys, he's just like, "I'm so sorry. I had to shoot by you. That guy, they were gonna kill us. All of them. They were gonna kill us." And he's just like, head shaking back and forth. Like you can see the vision's probably still embedded in his eyeballs of the kills today.
And Ian's just gonna walk up. He's looking haggard, but he's smiling at Jacob, and he gives him a big old bear hug. And
Do I need to roll a sin dice?
Yes, you do. You roll 4d10.
But Ian's gonna give Jacob a big old bear hug. He goes, "Oh shit, Jacob,
Sorry.
cool under fire, motherfucker. I like that. Good job, my boy." the
Jacob's
Marines, it would have fell apart in combat. You handle it like a pro. And I'm obviously not even knowing he's got this wound on his arm. I'm slapping him around and just doing the bro thing.
Yeah, and he's not even registering like the pain in his arm when you slap him, and he's just like, it's not the shooting that's hard, it's what happens after that. And then he doesn't even finish his thought.
So Lance picked up the remaining weapons over there and brought them down this way.
Yep. So
It's
let me tell you what you found. So Remington 870.
Which
Okay.
he handed over to Ian already.
So and he had a big ass knife. The girl that got shot through the neck had a basically a normal kind of hunting rifle and a knife. And then the first guy that got obliterated by Jacob had a pistol and a knife.
Okay. I sling the rifle.
Did I
Sling the
pass
rifle.
Sorry.
So go ahead.
Good, Chris.
Did I pass my roll?
Yes, you did. You rolled
Yeah.
10. So yeah, BAU for you.
And I go ahead and I sling that rifle over my shoulder, and I come over here and I hand the pistol off to Barbara. I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know if you want to take these for evidence. I don't know if you. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on. I've only been here a couple of days around you guys, and I'm getting shot at, and I'm getting an axe swung at me, and he just starts kind of freaking out, and he drops the pistol in front of her, and just kind of looking dazed and confused.
The snow starts to
Barbara
really
grabs the pistol.
start to really
Sorry.
pour down now. But yeah, go ahead. Good, Barb.
Barbara picks up the pistol and just kind of tucks it into her belt somehow, making sure she's not going to shoot herself in the leg while she does it. And then just kind of claps him on the back, and she's like, well, this is my first time killing somebody, so I can't really tell you that this is normal around here, but right now, nothing makes fucking sense, and fuck. Where's fucking Daring Do? We need to get out of here.
Yeah, Jacob, after Barb says that, he looks up and he knows which direction they should be traveling in, right? To get towards it.
Generally, yep.
Right, so he's gonna try to collect himself and show some courage, even though he's been shot and they're possibly lost in the woods. And he's gonna point very confidently in a direction and say, this is where we need to go, whatever he thinks is the best direction, and say, the house is this way, we have to go now, and begin to walk.
Okay. So the snow is just as bad as ever, and you guys are limping along because almost all of you are injured at this point. And you start walking up, and it's like incredibly dark, and your flashlights are barely, it's like a foggy snow and barely penetrating where you're going.
Well, that is dark.
Do you see anything?
No.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
I don't like the sound of this music.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's... So you walk up on this... basically this area, and you have your flashlights shining, and you see this kind of like step up onto this little plateau, and there's like these stairs. It's very kind of strange, right? And you see this body laying on the ground, dead, clearly bloody mess.
Barbara will investigate it.
So I can't see where anybody else is because I'm in front.
That's why I moved back, so I can see everyone.
Jacob wants to roll investigation as well. So
Okay.
is that wits investigation?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Or wits. You can do either.
To no avail.
Mm-mm.
Can I roll crime scene, because technically it would be a
Yep,
crime scene?
you sure could. Yes, you can.
I'm also going to do wits investigation.
Okay, go ahead.
I guess I will.
Can I punch this dead body?
I don't need to. I'm not gonna bother with that. I mean,
Yeah, so Barb goes over to the body, and first thing that she notices that there's a pistol with a silencer on the ground. Hold on, Zypher, I'll hook you up.
I'm just looking around as they're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I approach the body, like right up on the body.
Yeah, no, Barbara actually takes the silenced pistol and looks at it, and she's like, this is illegal in this area. This is... Oh boy.
So I'm looking at where are we?
Yeah, you've never seen this before.
We are really fucking lost.
So Jacob is scratching his head as you guys are investigating this body, and he says, "Lived here my whole life, and I have no idea what this is." And he's like, pointing at the stairs and the marking. And what is it still snowing really bad, or?
It is definitely still snowing. Probably even harder and colder. You guys have
So
never felt this cold before.
So we can't even really see the ground. We can just tell there's some random stairs. out here or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. You don't see that emblem necessarily. So also, Barb, what else that she finds on the body? There's a gun with a silencer. The guy is wearing Kevlar, and he has a huge, gaping wound in his side. It might be some sort of axe, or you don't know what it is. And of course, the last thing you see is a blood trail heading what I would consider north, I guess. Yep. You see a blood trail heading that way.
Oh.
And you guys, just thinking about going that way, you get this chill all over your bodies. Every hair on your neck stands up. Feel very uneasy.
Jacob, I think the world of you right now, buddy, but you really need to figure out what the fuck we are.
He says, "Nah, this isn't right. This is something like before. I don't know how, but we just walked somewhere that has never existed before. I know it, and I don't know what to do." And he's just kind of, sort of getting to that point of being frantic.
Doesn't even make fucking sense, but it makes perfect sense with the bullshit going on tonight. So you don't think we're going the right way, going the way we've been going?
And I assume Jacob does not know. He no longer thinks we're going anywhere, really.
I don't know. You've never seen this area before.
Yeah. So Jacob he'll reply and say, "I don't even know if we're on the same planet, man."
God damn it. God damn it. I told you we should have gone back to the sheriff's house.
Alright, so I want to call upon my direction sense here. I had a general direction idea of where we were going, where we were supposed to be going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which direction is that relative to where we are?
Left. Straight left.
Left?
Mm-hmm.
Who's
Avoiding the
left?
blood trail altogether?
The screen's left.
So we were heading left, and left was north.
Yes.
But now
So-
up is north.
No. You're going the right way. If you go,
blood is east now. If
Yes,
we're
correct.
going off left is north.
correct.
Okay.
I mean, Ian probably really wants to know what the fuck's going on with that blood, but at the same time, realizing we're all fucked up, and just looking that way is getting chills.
So, once again, I search the body looking for ID, anything like that.
Nope. It seems like if you had to guess, this guy is with the guys, or was with the guys that attacked you, perhaps. Nope.
How?
I mean, he's wearing the same style of clothes, very militaristic seeming.
Can we tell how long he's been dead? Like, rough estimate?
I mean, you look at the blood splatter, and it's in the snow, and it's fairly. Some of it is on the top of the snow, some of it's a couple inches deep that you can tell, so not too long.
So, as I'm searching him, is he wearing any body armor?
He's wearing Kevlar armor.
I take that off of him. And
Okay.
I put it on. I was like, fuck
Yeah.
this. I don't know what's going on around here. People are shooting at us. I am taking this. I need it for the warmth anyhow. I'm getting fucking cold out here. And I put on his Kevlar.
Yeah, you guys basically don't feel your feet or fingers anymore. It's getting bad.
Yeah, Jacob would probably be the most equipped for this, and or Ian, but he's probably still freezing.
Yeah. Ian literally has a leather motorcycle jacket on.
Oh,
so
well,
it's
Jacob definitely.
Yeah.
Jacob's got one of those, like,
I see
stocking
my
caps.
fucking nipples through that thing by this
Yeah,
point.
it was literally 50 degrees earlier at the sheriff's house.
And it's only gotten colder.
Oh yeah, it's negative temperature now.
Yeah.
I really want to know what the fuck's going on with this blood in this body, but I'm looking around. We're all beat up pretty bad. We just need to try to get to the fucking house. This is the way we're supposed to be going, and I'm pointing left. That's where we gotta go. Stay together, stay close. Try to keep warm. Hopefully we're almost fucking there.
Yep.
We're gonna go left, but I'm gonna try to count my steps as best I can, so I remember how far this is from the house if we get to it.
Okay. So you're looking down as you guys kind of. Anybody else want to do anything here before we move on?
I don't think so.
Barb.
You gotta wait 20 seconds for that.
I know.
No, actually, silence pistol to Ian, and she's like, if anybody can put a use to this, it'd be you.
Fuck that shit, Barb. I'm holding the rifle. This is what I'm all about. You got that.
So, I guess she's carrying 3 pistols now.
Yep.
If you only had another hand, right?
Well, I am ambidextrous.
So I guess
Yeah, go ahead.
Jacob sees the blood trail, and you said that we get like an eerie feeling. From
Oh
that,
yeah,
right?
you are not. You are basically afraid when you look that direction.
Cool.
Let's
whatever
go
reason.
east.
So yeah, he would point, the same direction we were already moving, which I believe is not in the direction of the blood,
No,
and
it's not.
say,
Keep going this
maybe
way.
we should just keep going this way. Hopefully we hit the house.
Yep. All right, so you head in that direction through the snow. It's getting colder and colder and colder. You can see just a few feet in front of your face. The next 10 minutes are grueling to walk through. You're all injured. The pain is just... I don't think Barb is injured, but everybody else is. And the pain is just incredible. And you come down the slope, and you come up, and you see you're kind of on a hill. And in the side, you kind of look, and there's an opening, some sort of cave. It looks to be the only way to get out of the snow. You don't see Miranda's house. You're completely in the middle of nowhere. Let me actually show something.
Jacob just looks at Ian and like shudders.
I'm just dead staring at that cave because I'm starting to think about all those nights asleep, trying to sleep.
What does Barb and Lance think of the cave?
Yes, absolutely yes. The cave is our only hope. We have to get there. We have to get out of the snow. We have to get out of this cold.
Well, Barb didn't have the same visions everybody else did when it came to the whole cave thing, so she's just like, hey, there's a cave.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. And I just pat Jacob on the shoulder. I'll take point. Everybody in behind me. And I got my flashlight out. Also.
Jacob's like, yeah, I guess he'd let you.
So everybody goes in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You all die.
Might.
You walk into this cave, and for three of you, it's deja vu. Stalactites and stalagmites are everywhere. It is impossible that this is the same cave that you came to earlier, which was many miles away from where you could be. You see only the reflection of the snow outside, just barely from, that's giving you just the faintest light. It is incredibly warmer, though. You feel a relief as your hands, basically thaw, kind of, and it's probably, the temperature raises probably 40 degrees just from being out of the elements. And then you can't see how deep it goes. It's completely pitch black, only a few feet outside the entrance of the cave. But you feel safe from the elements.
Jacob's immediately looking. Does he see that extra, when he looks deeper into the cave, does it look like there's a similar or even the same path?
It looks like exactly the same cave at this point. You would have to walk back there to find out, but here it looks like the same cave.
Jacob just points towards the back of the cave and says, that's where we should keep an eye on. This is the same cave. I'm sure of it. It shouldn't be, but it is, and something's not right back there.
Yeah, no shit. If you got flashlights, everybody get them out. I don't care if you burn out your batteries. Keep them pointing over there. Keep them pointing all around. Try to cover this up as best we can. And I have my survival pack, yes or no?
Sure.
Alright. So, I would start going through it, see what I got. I'm looking at it right now. So if other people want to do some stuff right now, then...
Yeah, I have, I also... I think I mentioned I grabbed my pack out of the Jeep before we left, so I have my survival pack and everything as well.
Yep. You're cold, right? But you're feeling a lot better, obviously.
Everybody make sure you're huddling up. Anybody hungry, anybody thirsty? I'm going through. I've got some food and water in my kit.
And Jacob does as well. Jacob also has a couple other cool things in his kit. He can set up a tent if we want it, which I don't know why we would, but some other things. But I don't think anything that helps us in this situation. He can make a fire, but don't think we have wood.
No wood.
Could burn that tent.
Ooh, we could burn
I've got a tent, so
for 5 minutes.
Yeah. We could throw my tent on top of it and we get 10 minutes of fire.
No, Jacob's pretty much at the entrance of the cave looking back.
I opened my kit and I put on my emergency poncho to help me keep warm.
Okay.
So, what are we doing? Are we just gonna hang out here? I'm getting kind of sleepy.
Yeah, Jacob just itches his head and he's like, yeah, I'm super tired too. I don't think I could sleep, but I want to.
Y'all can try to get some sleep. Wait, what's this? Y'all can try to get some sleep. I'm gonna try to stay awake. We gotta keep our eyes open in this fucking place.
Barb's just already out.
I mean, we should take turns on a watch, right? We have to keep our eyes open. We can't just go to sleep.
Yeah, we can't. You got a sleeping bag, journalist?
Yeah, I got a sleeping bag. I got a sleeping roll.
Never mind then. I'll get my roll out and lay it next to me, but I'm just gonna try everything I can to stay away. Alright, get some sleep. I'll wake up somebody once it's their turn. I'll give you a couple hours to get some shut eye.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob falls asleep eventually. Probably the coldest out of everyone, wearing most of his gear, laying towards the front of the cave.
I'm struggling to keep my eyes open.
Do I got anything to light fires or something?
Not with this. There's nothing to burn. So basically, Lance
Barbara's
and
sorry.
yeah. No, go ahead.
Barbara just fell asleep, like sitting up with both the guns in her hands. Just fell asleep that way.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds safe.
Lance and Ian attempt to stay awake. Both go again. Give me a chance roll.
Okay.
So, Lance, you're able to stay awake, and you do not see anything that's about to happen. Everyone except Lance, your eyes finally close. It is too cold to stay awake. You feel yourself slipping away into darkness, to sleep, to rest. Your body shuts down to save itself. But first light comes soon, and your eyes open, expecting to see light streaming through the small cracks in the cavern entrance. But you see nothing but darkness, and...
I was gonna say.
I don't like
Oh,
that.
hell no.
So as you wake up, you see this extremely skinny, what appears to be woman with some sort of wrap over her face, and behind her these other faces, blank, expressionless, and she's wearing some sort of dress.
No, I'm
then you
obviously trying to go for my guns.
Yeah, you realize you're not armed.
Oh shit.
And all of a sudden, the wrap on the face kind of like dissolves in front of you, and you see this.
And Jacob just yells, "The fucking babies!"
What the fuck?
And he pinches himself. Does he
Barbara's
wake
like,
up?
nope.
I'm
then,
probably freaking the fuck out. And considering my options of how I could close the distance here and fucking smash this thing into a million pieces.
you kind of like try to walk forward, but you realize unnaturally you don't get any closer.
And Jacob just said, "Oh, sorry."
No, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. No, you guys go.
Jacob says, "It's like the walkway. I kept walking, but I didn't gain any distance." To Ian.
I'm just tight-fisted staring. He's not even looking at you.
The baby in the head kind of starts to like crack and take another kind of visage.
I don't like that.
fuck, man.
And the baby, its mouth opens and it's like, I see you. I see you.
Baby staring into my soul.
I want to fucking kill it. I want to kill all of it.
And what does Jacob do?
He's not doing anything. He is staring and actually, you know what? No, Jacob's he stares and he looks scared for a moment, and he's trying to come out of this, especially with all the things that have been happening to them recently, and he just says, probably in kind of a shaky voice, like finger pointing at it, "What the fuck do you want?"
Yes, I want things, need things. I am the mother of fetches.
The mother of what?
Fetches.
Fetches.
Jacob says, "What's a fetch?"
A fetch is what comes to this world to impersonate another. But my children are deformed. I am cast out. Help me now. Help me.
Fuck could you need help with?
I need help to prevent my babies from coming. They do not belong here. I am ill.
Babies? What babies? What the fuck are you talking about?
Babies are coming. You will see. You have seen them. You have seen them come to you.
From where? Where the fuck are they coming from? Where?
They come from me. The red cord beckons them on. They have a name.
What name?
They have names. Jacob Mondre. Barbara O'Connor. Ian Grove. Jack Culpepper. Jerry Lewinsky. Tommy Angel. Barry, and she just goes on and on and on and on.
Pretty much after she got like past two more names, especially when he stopped recognizing them, Jacob would say, wait, you're trying to say that Jerry was one of your children, and so are we. And he's like still probably a shaky, but he's trying to hold firm.
And she kind of looks at you and she says, Jerry Lewinsky is my child. You are lost, not a fetch. Your name gives birth in my womb.
And then Jacob just whispers, "Oh shit, the name," and then remembering the court.
The name gives birth in the womb. Wait a minute. You said fetches look like other people? They look like the names that they took?
She doesn't really say anything.
He's piecing together what he thinks he's figured out in his head. And he's like, oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Yeah, and Jacob, now having pretty sure made what was probably the same connection, just is now like staring at the ground, like, oh fuck, what do we do? I don't want to be like Jerry, especially.
What do you want us to do to help then?
You must leave. This cave must go back to the Red Court. I must go back to the Red Court.
How? How are we supposed to do that?
I do not know. Help me return. My children will come back to their mother.
So that means we will go back? To where?
To their mother.
And Jacob looks at Ian and kind of like, I don't think I want that to happen. That doesn't sound good.
You must help me.
None of this shit sounds good.
What is Barb saying during all this? Or thinking?
Barb, she when she hears that at first she was getting ready for that initial panic, and she was fully ready to just check out, and then when she hears that bit about her name in the Red Court, she just gets absolutely furious, and she gets real quiet, and she's like, I'll find those motherfuckers and get back my whatever they took from me.
And the mother of Fetches says,
To reclaim my name is difficult indeed. I can help you reclaim your names if you can free me and my child.
If we can figure it out, you better be telling the fucking truth.
Help me. I will help you reclaim your names. Or another mother of Fetch. Come.
Shit, there's more of you?
Close this place. Seal the rift. End my agony. Deformities. Abortion. Miscarriage of evil. Help me.
And Ian's just grabbing his fucking head, trying to process everything, and he's sort of... Oh, God.
you kind of see something strange with the baby head inside the other head. And its face kind of almost phases, it's this cracked deformity, and then all of a sudden it's this strange, elongated head with narrowed eyes that are too wide for the face, and with pointed ears and a wreath of leaves, and it's laughing.
No, fuck! What the fuck? And just grabbing my head if I can, and just trying to keep my brain from blowing up or whatever the fuck. My fucking head's pounding, trying to put everything together and seeing this crazy shit.
must. You must. You must. You must. You must. Suddenly, you awake in basically Miranda's living room. And standing above you is Miranda, Jack. You're actually not here, Lance.
Oh,
Miranda, Jack, and Asher. And you don't see Lance here, actually.
I think first thing getting up, whatever piece of furniture I'm on or chair I'm in, I'm just up and fucking throwing something, probably freaking the fuck out. So if I'm in a chair, I guess I just pick the chair up and fucking fling it across the room in a cold sweat when I wake up.
And Miranda ducks and calm down, Ian, calm down.
What the fuck? No, fucking, you don't tell me to fucking calm down. You didn't fucking see what I saw. Holy shit. And it's running my hands through my hair and cold sweat, freaking out. Fucking shaking. Look at this shit, man. I haven't shook in fucking years. Look at this shit.
And she looks at you and she's like, what did you see?
And Barbara is just sorry.
No, go ahead.
Barbara just Ian, just warm yourself by the fireplace. I'll tell her everything.
Fuck that shit, man.
And she's surprisingly calm as because she's got an eidetic memory and she can just her eidetic memory and she just gives it in as much possible detail as she can. Not letting out any particular detail, trying to recount it word for word.
And she just listens to it blankly and looks at Jacob and she says, are you okay, Jacob?
Yeah, and he nods. He says, I'm fine now.
And
What's going on?
she sighs and she's and you guys notice that Lance isn't here for the first time.
Hey, where the fuck's the journalist? He was awake. He was awake when we went to sleep in that fucking cave. Where's the journalist?
And she's like, he wasn't with you.
What? Where the fuck did you find us?
You were by the cars. I walked all the way here and realized nobody was here with me except the sheriff and Asher, and I took the snowmobile back to the cars and we found you there. You were all passed out in my SUV.
What? And I'm looking at my shoulders. Remember, I got fucking shot, and that's there, right?
Oh yeah, you're injured. And she's like, what happened besides that? I see you've been shot and... She sighs heavily.
Jumped by some motherfuckers in the woods. Military-grade equipment. Did I have a rifle on me when you found me?
Yes, it's all in the other room.
They had shit like that. The journalists gathered it up. I mean, we were talking Kevlar, rifles. One of them had a fucking silenced pistol. Barb, show him a pistol.
Didn't Barb already tell him all this?
I think she was just talking about the cave. Right?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. The rest of it, she figures that everybody else is able to recount it, and she's like, yeah, this... They drew first blood on us. I mean, they started shooting at us right away.
She says, was it like the people that
we
came
responded
here?
back, and she
You guys hear me?
Well, like you said, it's military-grade equipment, and some of this stuff is you can get it over the counter, but oh, son of a bitch!
She says,
It hadn't been
"I
for
have to."
Jacob. I
Yeah,
don't know.
she looks at Jacob and she says, the oddest thing too, when I got back here, those bodies, they're gone."
The ones that attacked us earlier?
In the house, yep.
He says, do you think they came back to collect their dead?
And she shrugs, "I have no idea. They were here when I left to come get you."
You didn't unlock your fucking doors, lady? Like, how do they just get in and take bodies?
I don't know. The house is locked. It has a security system, the best.
Well, shit. One good thing came out of all this, lady. I'll tell you. You should be proud of Jacob. I don't know how shit would have went out there in the woods for us if Jacob hadn't done what he did.
Yeah, Jacob looks down when he says that. I don't think anybody had mentioned that I had done anything yet. And he doesn't acknowledge it. I don't know what Miranda says, but
Yeah, she looks and she's like, "Well, that's a terrible thing, I have to say, quite honestly." And she frowns and basically you hear the sound kind of in the air of a helicopter.
oh baby, this is the moment I've been waiting for.
And there is a helicopter pad a little off from the house, and then eventually you hear it stop. And she looks at Jacob. She's like, "Your uncle's home."
He's like, good. I'm sure he can help.
And she nods and she's like, "I hope so." And yeah, as you kind of wait for your uncle to get there,
I mean, Jacob would have went to greet him all
Yep, that's fine.
bloody and bruised with his rifle in hand.
Yeah. So as you come up towards the helicopter pad, you notice your uncle getting out. It's clearly him. He's bundled up beyond belief. And you as you go outside, you notice the snow is not it's not snowing anymore. And hold on. So Ghost, you heard a helicopter in the distance. It is likely Jacob's uncle, John.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jacob went out there to meet him. John's getting out of the helicopter, and there's another guy that gets out of the helicopter. You recognize it immediately, and it is the journalist Lance getting out of the helicopter.
The fuck?
What the fuck?
And
So Jacob,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, Jacob runs up and he's like, "What the fuck, Lance?"
And Lance looks at you and nods, and he's like, Yeah, that was crazy weird."
What happened?
Like, I don't know. I was awake in the cave, and you guys all fell asleep, and I don't know. Eventually, I might have fallen asleep too. I'm not sure what happened. I feel kind of strange.
He says, "That is really weird. Really weird, actually."
Like, I don't know what happened, but I was in this weird. I must have had a dream. I was dancing, and there was a masquerade ball. I don't know. It was peculiar for sure.
And Jacob just face palms and says, "Did you lose in any kind of game or competition?
Yeah, I don't know. It was I had to write an essay, and I couldn't find the words. I couldn't write anything. It was I'm a good writer, and he just kind of like shakes his head, and it's like, then I woke up, and this fella was picking me up off a helipad.
Yeah, he looks at his uncle and says,
"Yeah, go ahead."
"Do you know what's going on here?"
He's like, "Your aunt told me where to go to find this one, and I did. And picked him up and brought him here. That's all I know, kid."
And he says, "You should probably come in. There's a lot of shit going on."
And he frowns and nods and puts a hand on Lance's shoulder, and he's like, "You all right, friend?" And he kind of like guides you back down to guides Lance back down to the house, and Lance can react.
Oh, I'm just so foggy and confused. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's happening. I don't know how I ended up out there. I was awake. You all fell asleep, and I was awake. And then I don't know what happened. I just don't know what happened.
Welcome to the fucking club, pal.
Yeah, pretty much what Jacob says. He just nods and he says, "Yeah, we know."
And Ian's starting to calm down a bit, but he's still shaky and still got some sweat on him.
And
Kind
I
of got
guess
that anxious energy, like leaning forward and rocking a bit in his chair.
yeah, Jacob sees Ian and they're doing this, and finally looks at Miranda and says, "You said when we got here we'd have answers."
And the sheriff goes, "I don't know what the hell happened, guys. I went off with Miranda, and we came straight here."
Same thing for us. We were just walking around and you motherfuckers were gone. I don't know what happened. Thought this place got separated because of the snow, and then all that other shit started happening.
Yeah, Jacob says, "Miranda said she'd explain everything when we got here. We've all made it."
Damn straight.
And Miranda looks at you, and she looks over at her husband and sighs, and she's like, "I suppose it is time for some answers. It's been a difficult few days. I did not want to get anyone caught up in any of this." And she looks at you all and says, "I belong to a secret society. We are investigators, I suppose you could say. Seekers of justice." And your uncle kind of stands there, not looking shocked. And she kind of looks at you and tries to gauge your expression.
Yeah, he's obviously like he would probably have more of a look of anger, like there's shit like this going on and you guys didn't tell me, but he wouldn't say anything yet.
And she continues and she says, "I expect that these men that tried to kill us all, well, I don't know, they could have been working for a rival and wanting to kill your uncle and I. I'm sorry, Jacob. Your uncle, is fairly quiet. He's kind of a boisterous kind of fella most times."
Sorry, hold on.
Ian's just taking all this in, kind of, because he's been wanting to hear about this shit for a minute, and he's, from my understanding, reading the history, he might have encountered some shit like this when he was in the military.
Yeah, he thinks so. Mm-hmm.
So this is making sense to him.
So after she says, "I'm sorry," to Jacob, Jacob says, "I had to kill 2 people today. you're gonna tell me what's going on and everything, or I don't think I can talk to you two ever again.
And she says, "Of course, Jacob." And she frowns and she kind of reaches out to put her hand on your shoulder to console you. And she looks at you in the eyes and she's like, "There are things in this world that you would not believe exist. I attempt to keep them at bay, keep them away from, well, you. Only days ago, I try to keep them from harming normal people, infecting our world. I am what is called, well, it is called the Vigil. A fight, eternal fight against what is out there in the darkness. You've seen some of that, I think."
Yeah, and meeting her gaze, he just nods, listening to everything she says. Seeing if she's bullshitting or sugarcoating anything.
She says, "What you've experienced with this book is beyond my understanding exactly, but I think there are other things at play. The cave, I've witnessed it through my mirror." And she holds one of the glass shards out in her palm and says, "But now it's broken and incomplete. I can only see so much. It has helped me keep everyone safe for a long time, but I saw something and it shattered. It needs to be repaired. But I am sorry for bringing you all into this."
What did you see that made it shatter?
"I saw something very strange. I don't know if I can even explain it. It was dark and menacing, and it looked back at me. Red eyes and a formless face. I don't know exactly."
I've seen that shit.
She looks at you uncertain.
That book you were talking about. Something
Yes.
looked back.
The book you found.
Something looked back at me. I was going through pages.
She frowns.
So Lance's journalist instincts are just going into overdrive right now. So lady, what's the name of this organization that you are working with?
She looks at you and she's like, "Are you planning on using it for some sort of story?"
Stories are the furthest thing from my mind right now. You mentioned an organization. I'm curious. What is this organization? What did we unwillingly become a part of? You can't just bring us in like this and have us get shot at and almost killed and not give us any information at all.
We are called the Mountain Lodge, if you must know. It is a group that spans across, well, the Rockies, for the most part. And this is my station. This is a hotbed of terrible activities that you would not believe.
Yeah, when she says that, he stands and looks at his uncle. He actually stands and looks at his uncle and says, I guess he might have. No, he wasn't already standing. All the time they spent together, and he's never mentioned anything about this. It's just like,
No, he's never mentioned it.
And you've never told me anything about this? Did you not know, or did you just not think it would be smart to?
I didn't want to bring you in, Jacob. I couldn't have my only nephew get involved in so dangerous. I was hoping you'd leave off to college and leave this place alone, although Denver's not much safer, to be quite honest. Just wanted you safe, boy.
He's like, is anywhere safe then? Like, where am I supposed to go?
And they look at each other and... Yeah, go
You
ahead,
left
Ian.
this fucking kid in the dark, man.
Most people move in the dark. They don't know any of this. If you did, be going fucking crazy most likely, but...
But you haven't explained anything. We're still in the dark. What are you talking about? In the dark about what?
The dark
All
about
this
the
bad
things.
shit, man.
And
Dead
she's...
baby.
Yeah, she's like, you've seen it.
I've seen people shoot at me. That's all I've seen.
And they look at each other and...
Barbara.
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead, Barb. No, go. Yep.
Barbara, who's been kind of listening to all this, she's just finally speaks up. She's like, I've been sworn to serve and protect these people of this area. If there's more going on, I want in. Because I can't protect them if I can't protect myself. Whatever it is, whatever I gotta do, I gotta say some stupid oath. I gotta get in on this because this is bigger than just what I've seen so far. This is much bigger, and I've got to protect people of this area.
And she nods and she's like, I agree. And she looks at all of you and she takes a deep breath and she's like, this will be difficult for you, but if you wish to serve yourselves... And she looks at Lance and she says, I want you to shoot this one right now in the head.
What? Excuse me? What? He starts backing away.
And
What
John
did you
kind of
just say?
puts his hand on your shoulder and he's like, hold on now. And she's like, yes, I'm afraid it is necessary. He is not what he says he is.
You are all crazy.
Yeah, Jacob says, what do you mean?
You better explain fucking better than that. He's been a lot more reliable and he's been a lot more open with us than you motherfuckers have.
It is not him. Can't you see?
Yeah,
Lance.
and so Jacob actually at that moment, he cocks his rifle, puts a bullet in, levels it at Lance's head, and pulls the trigger.
What the fuck is going on?
So
Jacob, what the fuck?
Okay, just what happened was I already was
Yeah, go ahead.
suspecting something was weird was going on, and everything's been weird lately, and it kind of affirms a little bit of it, but perhaps this is a dream, so he doesn't know what's going on, but he's gonna do it.
Wow, talk about descending into madness. Feet first, like jumping off the deep end.
Hold on 1 second.
Christ.
Go ahead and roll your rifle roll. Against Lance's
wait
defense.
a second.
I mean,
It's all
so
about
there
Jerry.
would be time. There would be time. Like it would take him a moment to, after he sat back down, he would stand up, grab his rifle as she's like. It wouldn't be immediate, so I mean, I'm sure there would be time for this quote unquote Lance to do something.
Oh my god. Well, as soon as he levels his rifle at me, I immediately pull the one off my shoulder and point it at him.
Okay, hold on, guys. Just give me 2
That's fine.
seconds.
Yeah.
And on the okay. Oh damn it!
I don't know what
Gotta
the fuck's
get
going
on this
on.
Mexican standoff.
I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, I'm trying to say more, but it's hard to get a word in edgewise because of the lag.
Mm-hmm.
Type that shit in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the only person acting sane around here.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is I'm still like 10 to 15 seconds behind. So when I'm trying to say something, you may have already gone on to another topic.
Okay.
Jeez.
So there's a bunch of commotion as this happens. Jacob brings up his rifle and points it at Lance, and Lance goes to draw his own rifle, and as he does, Jacob just pulls a trigger, and it just blows Lance's head off.
What the fuck?
And Lance's body like crumples on the ground, and after a few seconds, like kind of the phase thing that happened earlier happens with Lance again, and this is what's laying on the ground instead of Lance.
Boom! Fucking called it.
What the fuck?
The fuck?
Jacob is bored to be a fucking hunter.
And Miranda's like, that is the test, to understand the darkness and be able to fight it. And she looks at him and she like basically gives you a big hug. And she's like, welcome to the lodge, I suppose.
Yeah, and Jacob just puts the rifle at his side and says, no, where's Lance?
I don't know. I expect he's in the lovely land.
And remembering the conversation about children, he points and says, is that one of those imitators, those children she was talking about?
And John says, a fetch. Yes. But one that was made hastily and strangely, not by, well, from what she's explained, and he nods at Barb, and not from her, I don't think, another.
He just, I guess, nods his head, and he says, I knew something was weird. Glad I was right.
Fuck, man, these things got our names.
And he looks at you and he says, soon they'll come. If they can claim you, and they will replace you with another.
Ain't gonna fucking happen. And Ian stands up and... I want in on this shit. I've seen some things.
Barb.
I was back at Desert Storm.
Barb.
Yeah, go ahead, Barb. Let's give Chris a chance to reply.
Yeah.
Barb's like, so is there like some sort of test we can do, like in a thing where, you know, we test the blood or something like that, or how the fuck do we tell when we can tell that they're not us?
Only the mirror can show us. I used, well, and she looks at the pane of glass and kind of sits down, and it doesn't look, you look into it kind of, and like everything's like wobbly and kind of distorted, and she's like, I used the power that was in this shard, and until we get the mirror set, I won't be able to see much more. But that is the way for now. This mirror must be repaired, or we are all in grave danger.
How do we fix it?
And she looks at you and she's like, yes, I will take you into the study and we will discuss it. Come.
He says, actually, first, can you explain to me where that extra room came from?
What are you talking about?
You said her room that we were in that one time.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, it was something that it was never even on
Yeah.
the house. Like,
She says, yes, there I have more trinkets like the mirror. It was hidden by one of them to keep you from wandering in and seeing things that you wouldn't understand. I'm sorry for the deception.
he says, well, now that I've joined your little club, I hope that stopped.
He's like, of course, I will teach you everything I know. All four of you. And the sheriff's kind of just standing there kind of idly listening. And he's like, well, I'm going to go back in the office and act like everything's kosher. I'll cover for you, Barb. letting Barb respond.
So they cut out on me.
Oh, he just said he was going to go back in the office and cover for you for a few days while you straighten this out.
Oh, she just kind of nods and she's just like, I got this, Sheriff. And she kind of looks very resolved in all of this. Like, she's had enough of this shit and she just wants to solve what's going on. And she kind of looks at Miranda. The other day when we were all sleeping, we heard screaming going on, and you were asleep during all of this. Can I assume that has something to do with you?
And she says, "Oh, the screaming was most likely me, yes. I was very troubled that night. Sometimes you look in the mirror and you see things that never leave you." And she looks at Ian particularly, and she says, "I think this one knows what I mean."
Yeah, I've seen some shit that ain't left me. Been following my whole life.
Out of character, wasn't it a man scream?
No, it was a girl scream.
Huh.
Because you guys thought it was her.
It was one of those things. We thought it was her, but we weren't. When we got there,
yeah, she was asleep.
Sound asleep, so we weren't sure what
right,
where it came from.
Yeah, she says, I sometimes I sleep deeply. And Jacob knows this, that he basically had suspected that Miranda was a pill popper or something because she would sleep on days on end sometimes. And she says basically that yes, sometimes I sleep deeply, almost comatose. It's well, it's my burden to bear right now. And she just kind of looks down. She's like, "Come, I'll take you to the study and we'll discuss the mirror. We need to find your friend. If the fetch has been released on him, then he is trapped. It is not, well, I would not wish it on anyone. You were released for a reason."
Yeah. Gotta close the rift is what that fucking thing was telling us. Thinking about using a whole shitload of dynamite.
And she just kind of smiles and she's like, "That is not going to close any rift, I'm afraid, Ian. Use dynamite against men and, well, other things too, but not this."
Shit, how you know until you try, right? Fuck.
"You'll not find that cave there again, I'm afraid. It moves about the area. I've known about it for a year now or so. Definitely after the fire, or before the fire. When you found it, it was unexpected. It means that they are trying to lure. Perhaps it is because Jacob is my kin. I am sorry, Jacob."
He just shrugs and he says, to be honest, after hearing all this, I feel a lot less worse about killing those two people.
Yes, the Holy Covenant. Hopefully will keep them away. But you never know. They want my blood and your uncle's.
He looks at him and he says, "Is this why you travel so much?"
And he nods and he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm what you would call our diplomat, I suppose. Talk to the other chapters and whatnot. We relay information face to face most times. You can never trust the phone. Though I hear there's this thing called, I don't know, some sort of computer system. They want me to get on it. talk to a girl in town, I guess, that runs at some Sydney Dawn or something.
He shakes his head and he says, sounds fake.
Mm-hmm. Don't know. Have to check it out, though. We need every advantage we can get on these bastards. Miranda says, well, I think it's time that maybe we should get some sleep. And then tomorrow we can talk about what needs to be done to find Lance.
Shit, I doubt I'm gonna be able to fucking sleep after what I've seen.
And she says, I can help with that.
So,
Cock an eyebrow at that one, like,
Go ahead, Jacob.
would healing or like would asking for some medical attention assist in getting rid of or would just sleeping tonight get rid of
No,
I don't have injuries, I just have health damage.
Yeah, you're hurt. So she says, of course I should take a look at all this. And she looks, I didn't want to have to use this in case of emergency, but you're also... And she frowns and she's like, I have a way to heal your wounds. You're not going to understand it.
cock another eyebrow. No. Is she referring to all of us or just Jacob?
Looks like she's all of you.
Shit, just be careful with that spooky hodunk
Barbara's
shit.
fine, so.
Yeah. He says, well, it is quite spooky and not so podunk, I'm afraid. And she's
As
like...
long as you're not sticking nothing nowhere, do whatever you need to do.
And she says, you need to go sleep in my bed tonight.
I'm just shaking my head across, like... I'm starting... Because I'm like... He's calming down now, and he's irrational and inappropriate of thing a bit. So he's just like thinking this is kind of funny at this point.
Yeah. And she's like, make sure the silk touches your body while you sleep. Both naked. And she kind of nods to Ian, Jacob, and the sheriff. And the sheriff's like giving this strange look. I'm sorry, it has to be that way for it to work.
So let me get this straight, lady. You're asking me to lay in bed naked with your nephew.
and like John's like just shaking his head, and she's like, well, if you want your injuries to heal, then yes.
Jacob
I'm
looks
just
at
looking at Jacob like, what the fuck?
he looks at Ian and he says, you really want to do this?
I don't know, not really, but I mean...
He says, good, so if I get in first, you won't follow me, and he runs to the bed. And his clothes are flying off. Rifle never leaves his side, though.
I'm pointing at Miranda. This better be the best fucking night of sleep I ever get, lady. This is fucked up.
And she's like, the sleep only troubles me in that bed. And the sheriff's like, well, I'm just going to go into town and maybe go say I got attacked by a bobcat or something. He's not going to the bed.
Good.
This shit doesn't leave this fucking room.
Jacob just like as like you're probably like right behind him as he's jumping in bed. He's like, you sound real insecure. And he's kind of like poking Ian.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Jacob. Now's not the time. You know it's weird.
I said it's only weird because you're making it weird.
What does Barb say to all this?
Yeah, Jacob's like, damn, too bad Barb's not injured.
I'll smile at that.
Yeah, she just kind of...
She's like fist bumps Ian.
She just kind of looks amused at it all, and... and she just looks at Miranda and she's like, do you have anything I can read that might start educating me early?
And she's like, of course.
Starting to get acquainted with each other intimately.
And she kind of chuckles and she's like, of course, come to me with me to the library and we'll get started. And the sheriff's like, all right, well, I'm taking off. And he's like, I'll call you tomorrow, Barb.
Hey, Barb, don't slip and fall and get hurt, or else you know where you're going to end up, right?
So you yell that down the stairs.
Yeah.
Or do, because I'm going to make this a little bit less weird. Guess we're doing this.
Wow, he's already in the bed naked. Like, Jacob's got no shame.
She just does that traditional woman thing where she's like, bye, boys.
God.
And you both get into the bed, and Miranda kind of walks upstairs and kind of looks at you, and she's like, well, I guess you will do anything I tell you. And she kind of smiles, and she says, I think you can get out and come have some of this elixir.
Nah, Jacob's like, I'm already in bed. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll drink it in the morning. And he's like asleep. He's like going to bed. I'd like to meet her too. I mean, it's late. He's injured.
I'm thinking
He's
the
already
elixir
naked.
kills you, but if you're going to sleep naked in the bed and drink it in the morning, then go for it, my man. I'm getting up quickly.
Yeah, no, you can't. I'm already in the bed. I'm already naked. I'm already covered in these silk sheets. Joke's been played, but guess what? Joke's on her, because now I'm sleeping butt naked in her bed.
I'm just getting up, shaking my head. As soon as I hear there's an elixir, you got a fucked up sense of humor, lady.
She just kind of smiles, and she says, it wasn't really a joke, she says, but you're good.
Jacob's gonna like fall into his vice of lust and be like, go tell Barb that if she gets in the bed naked, her aim gets better.
Yeah, kid, don't worry, I'll pass that on. I'll do you a solid since you saved my ass today.
Okay, so that's just one willpower, right?
Yeah, okay.
If you let that count,
I'm gonna replenish your willpower at this point.
Just
but
one, right? It's not.
No,
the whole thing,
you'll get them all back. You'll get them all back. I'm gonna give them all back to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but like she gives you this like this. She basically goes downstairs and actually she looks at you as you get out of bed, and she kind of like looks you up and down, and she's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go make this tea now. And she goes downstairs and brews the tea. And as you wait, you kind of ponder what's happened the last few days and what your future will hold and what's happened to Lance and everything else. And the kettle boils and whistles, and the screen fades to black. And that's it.
Bum bum bum.